much just talking about TV shows and shit like that. Oh shit, Ashley talking to you. Okay. What's up, sis?
Ashley,
Hey,
what's
What's
good?
good?
Is that an Angela? Oh, that's a Alicia Keys shot. Oh, I fuck with that shit. I fuck with that shit. Okay.
yeah, yeah, I got this online.
That's what's up. Hold on right quick. Someone's mic has a lot of movement and shit. Anyway, how's everyone doing today and shit?
Good.
Good.
Straight.
I feel you. Over here eating some dinner and shit like that. What I'm trying to do, playing out this fucking video. I'm gonna be real with you. This is like the first top actors list where I didn't have to be watching a movie. I already knew like what I was gonna put with each thing. I was like, okay, this is gonna be mad easy. Shit. What's up, everybody in the chat? Q, Ronnie, Sam. Ashley Q done went to Hawaii and shit. Started bragging about it. Started bragging about it a couple days ago. Then he started playing out his fucking trip, like being living by paycheck after paycheck and shit. Like,
Must
like I
be
said,
nice.
I ain't mad at you, Q. I ain't mad. I'm just what's going on in the news. So DJ K's dropping an album this Friday. You know, if you want to call him a DJ, I guess.
Well, who cares?
You said what?
Who cares? People listen to him still?
Right?
Mm,
Right? I was just thinking the same thing. Ronnie said the weekend's merch trailer has been destroyed in Las Vegas. Oh shit.
What?
Who the fuck is Harry Styles?
From One
He's
Direction.
from One Direction.
Oh god, okay. That just shows you how much I like boy bands, okay.
yikes.
I never
I
got
like
into them, but I've
I like
heard that
his
name
his solo stuff, but he ain't
mentioned
no
a
king
lot.
of pop.
Yeah, because when did he start calling himself the king of pop?
Oh
When
my
he started
god.
when he started taking drugs.
You see what happens when you see what happens when you're the king. People are always gonna out to get your throne and shit. Cause that boy, I don't understand that shit at all.
What is up with niggas, yo? What is up with people talking about the same shit?
Because their attention span stuck and shit.
This generation is they in trouble. They focus on the same shit.
Hold on. I definitely agree with you on that. Appreciate appreciate it, Ronnie. What else is going on in the news? I think Trump said he wants to press legal action for illegally searching his house and stuff like that. And the judge is giving him a deadline to present some evidence and stuff too.
Right.
Now they're trying to say treason is not going to be a federal crime and shit. Can you believe that shit? You hear that shit?
Honestly, he should have been locked up a long time ago.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not surprised anything anymore about that man.
Same. Now they're talking about he might run again.
Oh no, we can't have that. The last 4 years of that fool in office was bad enough. We don't want to repeat that.
Because people said Biden's not doing shit, and they said, you know what, we should vote for Trump again and stuff like that. Now black people are trying to vote for Trump now and shit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think
Look,
Ray J,
look.
Ray J's endorsing
Come on
Trump
now.
too.
Just give Biden a freaking break. Not everyone can accomplish a whole bunch of things within a limited time frame. Because I mean, come on. Let's face it. Being president of this country got to be the toughest job in the world. Like, you only, if you're lucky to serve 4 years, or if you make it to a second term, that's one thing. But trying to get so much accomplished within a 4 or 8 year period, I mean, come on. There's only so much you can do if it takes one person to do it. Even though you have a whole cabinet behind you and the VP, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Like give the man a break. Come on now.
But see, the thing I don't respect about Biden, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
is how he used race just to get his presidential vote. Like the whole, oh, you're not black if you don't vote for me. I'm just like, I'm sorry. When have you been the ambassador for black people, Mister KKK endorser? Yep. Look that shit up, stuff, But I digress.
Mm,
That's why I can't even call myself a Democrat or Republican these days and shit.
me neither.
What you mean
I'm
telling
just
you would rather be better off with Trump, knowing all the stuff he did,
oh
knowing about this whole virus thing that happened, and then the whole fact him spewing so much ignorance
oh yeah, I'm
to
not
the
calling Trump
minds
either.
of millions of people, and then the whole fiasco at the Capitol. I mean, come on, he pretty much antagonized those folks to just go in there
Exactly.
and then pretty much offending any minority in this country. On top of that, then backing out of major deals when it comes to the environment, trying to repeal the freaking um, Obamacare and everything else in between, and saying, "Oh, climate change don't exist. That was just stuff that was done by the Chinese. All this ignorant BS." I'm like, really? You really believe this idiot over someone who does have more intelligence than a freaking fifth grader?
Because at this point, our generation, we love to be shocked at this point. So anything that's supposed to be taken seriously, niggas just want to make a huge fucking joke out of it. You know what I'm saying? Look at that
You've
little
been doing
boy.
that for a very long time. Let's face it. Ever
Right,
since, as long as we've been alive.
right. Look at that little boy who was in Little League, right? All them little crackers done put fucking cotton on his fucking head, like he a fucking like he a fucking pillow or some shit like that. Can you believe that
Yeah,
fucking shit?
I saw that video. I saw that video earlier. I'm like, what in
And
the?
and then here's the gag though. House nigga Pierre from Comedy Height. Yeah, I said house nigga Pierre shit. He gonna be all like, and this is what this nigga he said. Well, did the other team members do it? I'm just like, what fucking kind of shit is that? Is the other team members do? It's fucking stupid anyway. And why? Even if the other team members did it, why is he the only one on fucking camera and shit? Yeah, I
Yeah,
swear
I
to
was
God,
about to say
motherfuckers just
like,
be
I was about to say,
niggas be
about to
so
mention
fucking
that too. That's what
asinine.
I noticed. I'm like, and that video was all over Instagram.
Right.
Yeah,
And then the fact that they put his face on TV,
on
on
national
national
TV. Yeah,
television, they let that boy, they put cotton on his fucking head. And the white people were just like, oh, that's cute. No, fuck that
no, it
shit.
ain't cute.
If I was a fucking parent, I would sue the Little League coach. I would sue the whole fucking television stage. I would sue every fucking body and shit.
Yeah, I would sue the team,
Fuck that
sue the
bullshit.
school, sue anybody who let that air and play out the way it did. I mean, come on.
Like, and this is what I'm saying. Why the kids these days have it worse than everybody. I'm sorry, the kids these days have it worse than every fucking body. We living in a generation where motherfuckers get killed if they want to wear a mask or not. We're living in a generation where niggas are worrying about if they're gonna get killed for the color of their skin and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, and then the fact that motherfuckers trying to be all like, oh, well, we have to be more sensitive about the critical race theory, and we can't always talk about racism. So no, we gotta teach
No, no,
these
no, no,
motherfucking
no, no,
kids.
no, no,
We
no.
gotta teach these
Race
motherfucking kids
needs
about
to
all this
be
shit.
addressed
Yes,
because let's face it, many minorities, especially people of color, we still getting more flack than anything. Even with all
exactly.
these killings that's been going on the last few years, from Breonna Taylor to Trayvon Martin to George Floyd. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. All innocent black folks getting murdered in cold blood, and then it's like, when is this vicious cycle ever going to end? And I'm still not over the fact that that woman who pretty much lied about Emmett Till whistling at her back in the day. I'm still not over that. I'm like, how are y'all still letting this woman still walk, knowing good and well she played a part in that, and that boy didn't deserve to die the way he did, and
Honestly,
his
man,
family deserves justice more than anything at this point. Been ongoing
I
since
agree.
'55, and it's still nothing been done. Like,
I
make that
agree.
make sense to me.
But they too busy making a fucking hate bill to protect the fucking Asians and shit like that. Man, fuck out of here, nigga. Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. But then y'all motherfucking worried about y'all motherfucking worried about fucking Black Panther 2 is gonna be better than Black Panther. Man, fuck out of here. I don't wanna hear that fucking shit. All this shit was dealing
I'm gonna be real with that. The fact that you mentioned the Black Panther sequel, I commend everyone for still wanting to go through filming in spite of Chadwick's passing, but I feel like that's not gonna be the same without him. I'm sorry, that's just my take on
Yeah,
that, on the
right.
whole thing, because it's just like, I get that they didn't want to recast the role, but it's still, it's like, this, the man, he was a huge piece to it. And I feel that since his untimely passing from colon cancer, it's just, I feel unsettled by it.
the
It's
the
just not the
first
same.
the first one was enough to me, in my honest
The
opinion.
first one was great. I'll admit that it
Yeah,
was so great. I feel like it was long overdue for Marvel to release the film, and the fact that Chadwick still kept going even though he was sick, and he kept that privately. That that's courageous of him to do that, knowing that he was fighting for his life until his final days.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Clutch, what's good, yo?
Yeah, what's up, Clutch? Yeah. I was thinking about also doing a Chadwick Boseman list.
Yeah, that
Because
man
isn't
did
the
so many
anniversary
good films in his 43 years on this earth, man. Oh
right,
yeah, happy birthday to Kobe Bryant. He would have been 44 today.
The GOAT.
right.
Yeah,
Isn't
rest in peace.
isn't like his death anniversary coming very soon, Chadwick Boseman?
I believe so.
All right, hold on. Let me double check before I
Yo,
start.
yo, Clutch, you got Instagram? I gotta holler at you with something. You got Instagram? Hit me up.
Oh yeah, his death anniversary is on the 28th. Okay, then he's gonna be
Yeah,
the
it's
next.
coming up.
All right, then he's gonna be the
Yeah,
next one. We'll do that.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it feels unreal. Like, it's been nearly 2 years since both him and Kobe passed. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
just
definitely
feels unreal, man.
I feel you about that. And
Yeah.
other than that, I'm ready whenever you guys. So,
All right.
Yeah.
all right, let's hit it.
All right.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely day? This lovely on Wednesday morning now. It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
Very tired of
Chill out.
it.
You said very tired.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I
It's
don't
been a
blame
long
you.
day.
You done like fucking 10 podcasts today, so I don't blame
Yeah,
you.
you must have had a very long day.
I'm
I did
tired
three
too.
shows.
But you know what?
I did
Same.
three. I did
I'm
three shows
tired.
already. This is my fourth
I don't
one.
feel tired at all.
Shit,
Same.
Plus, I had a soda earlier, so
I
I
just
feel
got off of what too? Shit.
Got my homegirl Ash in the building and shit.
What up?
Of course, we got the man with the movies, man, Mike in the building.
What's good, y'all?
All
What's
right.
good?
So today, like we promised and as requested by Ashley, shout out to Ashley by the way, we're gonna do the top 5 Angela Bassett roles. Oh yes, Angela Bassett. Y'all ready
Yep.
for this? This might be a biggie. This
Hmm.
might be a biggie and shit, but hey, whether she's Tina Turner, Marlena Wallace, Betty Shabazz, or just trying to get a group back, she always brings something to the next role and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know, try like the way I did that shit. But anyway, we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about how we got into Angela Bassett. And since this was Ash's
Mm.
idea, I'm gonna let Ash go.
All right.
Okay. I got into Angela Bassett surprisingly at a very young age. I remember watching the Martin Luther King animated movie Our Friend Martin when I was in kindergarten. And I remember her voicing Robert Richard's character in the film Miles as Miles's mother.
Yes.
And then, yeah, that was my introduction to Angela Bassett back then. And then as time went on, when I got older, I noticed her in more films such as Waiting to Exhale, What's Love Got to Do with It, as well as her portrayal in the Spike Lee film as Betty Shabazz in Malcolm X. I even remember her. I remember her watching her in the Rosa Parks story because that movie came on TV like a
Oh
couple of
shit.
times. Yeah,
I
yeah, I remember her
love that
playing
movie.
Rosa Parks. Yep,
Damn.
yep, that I
She
did
done
not
played
know.
every Black History icon at this point.
Pretty much
Mm.
that's the amount of roles that this woman's been doing. And
Oh,
yeah, and I remember watching how Stella got her groove back. I want to say around my final year of high school, getting ready to go into college. I should say that was my first time seeing how Stella got her groove back. And then from then on, I remember so many of her films, and of course, most recently, her being on the Fox hit show 911 as Athena, Sergeant Athena Carter. So yeah, and I'm still surprised this woman has not been getting the accolades that she so rightfully deserves.
but Meryl Streep got some. Okay. Excuse me.
Exactly. No offense to Meryl Streep, but
Uh,
I feel like Angela should receive the same accolades
I'm
compared to
voting.
her. To be real, because like I've been saying before, I even mentioned this to my mom earlier. I mean, sometime over the weekend. That woman deserves the recognition she deserves because the performance that she brings to the screen is just unforgettable. And not only that, her being a part of the Marvel universe, portraying T'Challa, T'Challa's mother in the Black Panther film. I mean, come on, what more does this woman have to do to get the attention and the recognition
Crazy.
that she so rightfully deserves, and still being in the game for so long, and now at the age of 64, I mean, come on, she's still going. There's no signs of this woman slowing down.
All right. No, no. I'm gonna let Try go next.
what was my introduction to Angela? I don't even remember. But I seen her in like some crappy films too, but like the iconic ones are the ones I remember. Ready to Exhale,
Yeah.
Stella, Tina Turner, Malcolm X, Black Panther. Those are the ones that I remember. Like the other stuff I ain't care for.
Interesting. Okay. At least you're on.
Yeah.
All right. Let Mike go next.
My introduction to Angela Bassett was "What's Love Got to Do with It." That was like my very first like introduction to it. And, like it that that movie, like to this day, like still stuck with me. Like still to this day, and still to this day, I don't know how in the hell she didn't get an Oscar. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like she won the Golden Globe,
Yeah.
but you mean to tell me that I I I'm trying to, I think it was Holly Hunter, I think was nominated for the piano, if I'm not mistaken. So you mean to tell me that I believe it was Holly Hunter who won. You mean to tell me Holly Hunter won, but not Angela Bassett, who I think worked her ass off? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So yeah, I saw it in like other things too, like Malcolm X and Boys in the Hood, of course. And she's been around for like she's been around for a while. Like
Mm-hmm.
she started off in soap operas, believe it or not. Called it was one called Searching for the Mall. She started off in, and she was also in like Ryan's Hope. So yeah, so she's popped up like periodically throughout the mid to late 80s and stuff like that. But yeah, like I feel like anything she touches, whether it's a big role, small role, she just commands the screen. Like
Yeah.
it's not too many actresses that I could say the same, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All great words about Angela Bassett. You know what? I'm gonna go with Ashley. I think my introduction might be Alfred Martin. Alfred Martin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever niggas were in elementary school
Mm-hmm.
and it was Black History Month or Martin Luther King Day or
Yep.
whatever,
Yep.
they always used to play that fucking movie and shit. Act
Yeah.
like they
Every year on Martin Luther King's birthday. Yep.
Yep. Act like they do
My classes watched that movie from when I was in kindergarten all the way to sixth grade.
shit.
Yeah.
Man, that movie was so fucking. It did its purpose, It did its purpose, but
It did its purpose. It's educational.
right. But I hate those like movies where it's like Martin Luther King did a "I have a dream" speech and all of a sudden racism ended. I hate when they go that route, but I'm gonna save that conversation for another day. But yeah, I definitely feel like Angela Bassett. Honestly, she might honestly be my favorite actress of all time. Honestly,
Yeah.
and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way she always commands the screen, just the power that she
Yeah.
stand toe to toe with some of the greats like Denzel Washington,
Mm-hmm.
Sam Jackson, of course, Lawrence Fishburne, who they did
Yep.
3 fucking movies together and shit like that too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. So definitely so proud that we're finally doing this list. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna go first, then Ash, and then Try, and then Mike and stuff. So I'm gonna do it that way. So my number 5 is from. It's probably the most recent movie on this list, and this might be a surprise. I'm gonna go with Coletta Wallace on Notorious. Now, granted, this is not really the most perfect movie. This is not really the best description of the Notorious B.I.G. But
What more you want?
can I finish? Can I finish, please? Can I finish?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Let Reg finish what he got to say. Come on.
for like the first hip hop theatrical movie and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, I feel like it did its justice by showing what Biggie did and stuff like that too. But honestly, I would watch the A&E biography, and compared to All Eyes on Me, I would take this movie any day. And I've
I've
kind
never
of felt
watched
like
All Eyes on Me.
don't don't you're not missing much.
Noted.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be Angela Bassett was the best part of the whole fucking movie and shit because Jamal Woolard as Biggie, he was dope. I didn't care for
Yeah.
Derek Luke as Puffy. I didn't care for Anthony Mackie as Pac.
Yeah.
Notori
It's
as
funny that you mention that.
yeah.
Anthony
You said
Mackie's
what?
a good actor, but he did not even resemble the Pac, not one bit.
He
Mm-mm.
always get tough guy roles, and he does not look like a tough guy to me. Like
He's Falcon. What you expect?
shit. But
He's
yeah,
Falcon. He's gonna get those roles.
shit. But I love Angela Bassett as Valletta Wallace. And she got the
Yeah,
accent down pat. It didn't really
yeah,
sound forced compared to like other quote unquote Jamaican accents, Tay Diggs,
right.
Tasha Beck. But
Yeah, yeah.
there were scenes that she really like. Cause I'm sorry, the writing on that movie wasn't as good, but she made it look. She commanded it. She elevated the writing. Like the scenes where she threw away she threw away Biggie's cocaine, and he was like, "Those ain't no
Cause
damn
she,
mashed
cause she,
potatoes, all
she
right?"
thought it was she thought it was mashed potatoes,
Oh
Right,
Lord.
and she didn't know that it was drugs. So,
for real,
and the
man.
and the real Valletta Wallace even mentioned that
Hell
because
yeah,
she didn't know what it was either.
exactly. But yeah, man, I definitely felt like that was the best part of the whole movie and whatnot. And yeah, that's my number five.
All right, my number five is her her ongoing role on Fox's 911 as Sergeant Athena
Ooh,
Athena Carter. Yep. Yeah, she. I've watched the show. Thankfully, it's on Hulu since day one, so I was able to catch up it on the season if I need to. She just her role as a sergeant for the LAPD. And as a mom and a wife to her family. In many of those aspects, it kind of her role kind of reminded me of my mother in a sense because she would do any and everything to protect her family at all costs. She's strong. She's hardworking, making sure she gets the job done in a way that at the end of the day she can go home satisfied knowing that she's done her job and does what she's supposed to keep not only the city safe as well as the welfare of her family if she ever feels that someone or anything puts them in jeopardy. And I just love her toughness, her sassiness. She's pretty much like a triple threat on that show. For anyone who hasn't watched 911, I suggest you go watch all the seasons if you're able to, because I know Hulu has seasons 1, 2, 4, and 5, but for some reason they don't have season 3, which I find very weird.
Hulu be on that foo foo shit sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm like, how in the world are you gonna have all these scenes but not 3? Like, make that make sense to me. But like I said, the show is very good. For anyone who wants to see her do her thing on that show, definitely check it out.
So I definitely have to watch that show because I heard some good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
You
I got Notorious. She was good in Notorious. I liked her. She embodied the Valletta Wallace, and you know she played a no nonsense mother. Like
Yeah,
Caribbean mothers are different from American mothers. Like the Caribbean mothers don't be playing. Like they sometimes are real strict on they kids, and especially if you like the only child, it's like, yeah, they're gonna be overbearing. They're gonna be try to be in your business, and
hmm
Biggie couldn't sneak in with the coke, and he just got caught. But I thought she played great. I didn't like that cast. That cast, the movie. I went to see that movie. That
you went to
movie,
see it in theaters?
yeah, like I went. That was the same week my grandfather passed away
Oh
in
wow,
'09. Like I went to see it that same week.
know,
I'm
It
sorry.
was it
So
was a long time ago, 2009. I went to see it that same week, and the movie was good. I just didn't like the cast. Like Derek Luke is not puffy. He don't look
thank
nothing like him.
I
He's
hate
dark
when that
skinned.
nigga cries. I hate when that nigga cries in movies. He looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
Notori is it was she was good. I didn't really care for her choice as Little Kim, and I know Little Kim didn't like her to be playing her character.
Man, fuck her.
And but the minute that she did that role, it seemed like every other that's how she got power. Like when she played Little Kim in that movie, that's how she got the role and power. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like from that then on, it was like everything you see her in now is like she's showing skin. She wasn't doing that when she was a 3LW. You know,
No,
and
the Notori been through a lot ever since her days in
Yeah,
3LW. Like,
besides,
yeah,
besides, the
yeah,
world was.
because like even after Notori, she did the film like the updated film version of Fame. She even did a few shows like for NBC, something about dealing with the Playboy Mansion, where she had to play a
I
Playboy
remember that
bunny.
that terrible show. I remember that.
I never watched it,
Yeah,
so
that didn't
I
last. That didn't even last a season.
yeah, I was gonna say that didn't last long. Yeah,
Wait,
But
which
I mean, uh,
which show?
it was a show for about the Playboy
about the
bunnies at the
Playboy
mansion.
Mansion.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
on
that
NBC.
that trash. Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
advertisements for it, but I never watched it.
the yeah. I mean, well, yeah, but I'm saying that was like her coming out party as an actress, like playing Little Kim, and she talked about it on the Unsung when like Little Kim went to the director, and they had like a big argument because she didn't want Tori playing her character.
Yeah. But prior to all that too, she even was in did some theater work on Broadway
Right.
for Hairspray and
And yeah, I liked her performance, and that was it. I didn't Gravy also was good because he looked like Biggie.
yeah. I was gonna
Um,
say they got the right guy to play Biggie. I'll admit that.
he definitely looked like Biggie, and he was good. Everybody else, I didn't care for the girl that looked like Faith.
What?
They just had
She,
to pick someone light skin for that role.
yeah, I'd never seen her in nothing. You know, didn't care for her. Devin Luke, no. But
Then I remember the girl who played Faith Evans. She was on another show. She she was in a few episodes of this. I guess you consider like a mini series. That had Sanaa Lathan and one guy. They were both like one of them was like a detective. One was like a federal agent, and they were going to a small town in North Carolina trying to solve a potential hate crime against a black officer who shot a white kid, and
no,
I forgot
never
the
saw.
name. Oh, Shots Fired. That's what it was. Shots Fired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the movie was good. I see Mark Nash. I love Notori. She's a beautiful woman. I think
Hmm.
that was definitely her coming out party because she didn't do that type of role before. Now you see her on every show and she's showing nothing but skin.
Um, all right, so my number five is Meet the Browns. Um,
Really?
yeah,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you why the reason why I picked this
Okay.
one. The movie itself is a Tyler Perry film. Okay,
Hmm.
it it's in my opinion, it's one of his better films.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Okay.
But Angela Bassett's role as a strong, independent woman slash single mother,
Hmm.
I thought she played it so well. And the chemistry between her and Rick Fox,
Yeah.
I will say this. To me, I thought that was convincing. I thought that was one of the best things in the movie. But yeah, her performance in that I thought was really good. When it's anything like serious, when it's like a serious moment, she just lights up the screen basically. But yeah, I that's probably like one of my favorite like roles from her.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with him. I was just surprised you picked that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit with my number four pick. It's gonna be kind of a tie. It's Betty Shabazz and Malcolm X, and
Mm.
also Betty Shabazz in the Panther movie and stuff like that. Cause she played the role two times and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I didn't know
but
that.
I'm mostly gonna be talking about Malcolm X because I have yet to see the whole movie of Panther to this day. So, and I know it's on YouTube. I think it's still on YouTube. So I'm
This
gonna watch it.
nigga
Oh,
fucking
okay.
annoying,
I gotta
dude.
check that one out.
You said what?
I
Try.
No,
said I said
I'm
I gotta
talking
check
about
that out.
some this
Uh,
dude. But it's like yo, people try to do what we do and they can't, and then when they get mad, then I'm the bad guy.
eh, I don't. Well, we the best at what we do. So
Exactly. It's like why would I want to talk about an album I already did already? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on these niggas.
ju- just DM me about that shit. Yeah,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Anyway, so I'm mostly gonna be talking about the Malcolm X because, like I said, I've yet to see Panther. I
Mm,
loved her in this movie and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I definitely felt like she definitely got the character down pat. Like I said, this was like another well casted movie. You had Denzel Washington, you had Angela Bassett,
mm-hmm.
Al Freeman Jr. You know what I'm saying? You had fucking Ernest Lee Thomas
Yeah,
and
from
stuff
what's
like that.
happening, he was
Yes,
in it.
probably in my opinion his best fucking role ever in my fucking opinion and
Yeah,
shit.
I liked him in that as well as him being Mr. Omar on Everybody Hates Chris. I'll admit that.
Yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, man, she definitely did a thing on this movie and whatnot too. My favorite scenes was when she was arguing with Malcolm X about the scandals that Elijah Muhammad was in the newspaper, and I
Mm-hmm.
always love how Spike Lee always has like those argument scenes, but then you have like the jazz music playing in the background and stuff like that too. And I
Yeah,
felt like that definitely elevated the scene a bit more and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And also I just also love like the even like her reaction to when Malcolm got shot and stuff like that too. I just felt like
yeah, yeah.
they
I still
really
remember that scene.
yeah they really did their thing on that scene too. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. One day I'm definitely gonna watch Panther in full one day, and I'm gonna talk about that movie. So that's my number four pick.
Is it me?
Oh, it's Ash.
Oh,
Oh, okay. My number four pick, since this was already mentioned already, was her portrayal as Valletta Wallace in Notorious. Yeah, because I know a lot of people feel some type of way about the casting of the film. I'll admit some cast members did their thing. Others had me questioning, okay, why so and so for this role? But Angela portraying Biggie's mother was definitely incredible. She like Reg mentioned, she didn't try too hard to have a thick Jamaican accent, but yeah, she definitely portrayed Valletta very well. And I know some of the other people who were cast in the film, like I know people feel some type of way of Notori Naughton being Lil Kim, as well as folks saying some things about Anthony Mackie being Tupac. Yeah, but to me, for anyone to play Pac, I felt the guy who played him in All Eyes on Me should have been Pac for this film. That's just my take, because he looked so similar to him in the face. It's just uncanny. And to me, I think the one who played Faith Evans, I mean, she did her thing. I didn't see nothing wrong with her. Her name is Antonique Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, that's her name. But yeah, with Derek Luke playing Puffy, I mean, I have mixed feelings about that. I mean, I've seen Derek Luke being in Antoine Fisher and Medea Goes to Jail, the movie, as well as him being on Empire and Glory Road. I mean, and some of those other films and stuff like that. I mean, he did his thing, but yeah, with him playing Puffy, I just have mixed feelings. But other than that, it wasn't a bad film. But I remember when it came out in '09, I know a lot of people I was in high school with ended up going to see that movie.
Future. The fuck? Yo, Red, just do this funny. This
Tell him to talk to me if he has a problem.
nigga said, "What do you want to discuss Future? Like, do I fucking listen to Future? The fuck you want you?
I don't listen to Future, so what in the
Future?
world?
Fuck out of here with that.
Good try. Just tell him
We
to talk
would
to me if he
never
has a problem. That's all I have to say.
we would never do that.
I don't listen to Future, so I don't know
I
why the
don't
fuck
listen
you
to
hit me
Future
up
either,
asking me about
so
Future.
I swear to God,
The fuck?
niggas, man. I swear to
They
God,
like,
yo.
you know what I'm saying? It's like niggas can't get past Ja Rule and Busta Rhymes, so they can be like, well, let's talk about Future. No, I'm good on that.
that's a hard pass
What
for
the
me.
fuck?
Future.
There ain't gonna be no future if I talk about future. That's all I'm gonna
Chill
say.
out.
Shit. Anyway, it's on you. It's on you. Try.
My number number four is Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a great film.
Even in acting, we always have the same placements. But you know, let me stop. Let me
Yeah,
stop.
you know, she was just great as Betty Shabazz. I don't know at that time who they could have picked that would have been like a better Betty Shabazz than her. You
Yeah,
know, and every role, well, mostly every role, not every role, but a lot of the roles that she do is when it's like a serious role. It's like she brings like a certain type of women like energy for like women,
hmm,
like especially black women in Hollywood that we don't
yeah,
see enough of. And she was great. The whole cast was great in Malcolm X. Like Malcolm X is a great movie. Denzel was great. Spike Lee is a great director. That's definitely top three for me when it comes to.
Hmm. My number four is also Betty Shabazz and Malcolm X. In my in my opinion, she should have got Best Supporting Actress consideration
yeah,
for that. You know, honestly, and this should have put her like way over the top too, as well too. I mean, coming off of Boys, another a
hmm,
great performance in Boys in the Hood. This one, the Academy they lost out on this performance.
yeah,
Um, yeah, the like I mentioned in a previous video, I didn't like half of the Malcolm X, but once it got going, that's when I started loving it. And the cast, I mean, you can't get better than that. You know, you had Denzel, you had Angela Bassett, Spike Lee, um, Al Freeman Jr., which he should have got accolades too as well.
I agree.
Yeah, you had all star cast. I I don't know if the Oscars gave an Academy Award for like best ensemble cast, this would be definitely a shoe in for it.
yeah.
Red, you see what he said?
Oh, I'm laughing right now,
Yo,
dude. Dude,
oh man.
this nigga's crazy. But anyway, number three, number three for me is also a movie. Well, not a movie, a mini series from 1992. I don't, I don't even have to say. I'm just gonna react to one scene, and everyone's gonna know this scene. I heard, I heard it all. Fucking Catherine Jackson and the Jackson's American Dream and
Yeah,
shit.
yep. Mm,
Yes, man.
mm,
The best miniseries, the best music miniseries ever. I don't give a fuck what no one says. I don't give a flying fuck what no. People can say the Temptations, y'all can say New Edition, but when the Jackson's American Dream, anytime it came on BT, VH1,
mm-hmm,
TBS, MTV, any kind of shit,
mm,
I was always watching that shit.
yeah.
The cast, oh my fucking god. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Holly
as
Robinson
Joe
Pete,
Jackson,
the late great Willie Draper, Jason
as
Weaver,
Michael. Yeah.
yep. A young Monica Calhoun, Terrence Howard, before the
Mm-hmm.
best man and shit. I mean, this whole fucking miniseries is just one of the best I've seen and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But to me, the ghost of this whole movie was Lawrence and Angela and shit too. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And it's just especially Angela as Catherine Jackson because
Mm-hmm.
you know trivia. Michael Jackson casted Angela Bassett because he wanted somebody beautiful to play his mom and stuff too. So you know,
Oh.
yeah, you got a little thing for Angela Bassett and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who would have like so many classic things? I love the scene when fucking Joe was like beating Tito's ass, playing a fucking guitar and shit like that, and then
And broke
everybody
one
was
of his
just all
guitar strings.
right. And then you saw Angela, and she's like bawling in tears, holding the baby, and just it just kind of gives you chills and shit like that too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Other things, with fucking Latoya, who had that one fucking scene when she tried to be seen and shit like that, and then she
Yeah.
tried to comfort Latoya. It's just you just get that instant motherly vibe watching that role and shit like that too.
Yeah.
So that's my number three choice.
My number three is a film that I'm not even sure a whole lot of people remember her doing. Rosa Parks in the Rosa Parks story.
I forgot about that
I saw
shit.
this film on TV a few times. They played it on BET many years ago, as well as I want to say either on movie stations like Showtime or Stars or Encore. I can't remember one of those three. But yeah,
Yeah,
when I saw her portraying, I was like, oh wow. Because I mean, when she portrayed Rosa Parks, it was just like anything I never would have expected her to do. This one of the scenes that stood out to me was the scene when that really sparked the civil rights movement when she refused to get off the bus and she was tired and just wanted to go home and ended up getting arrested. Even from when they took her mugshot photo, she resembled Rosa with the hair, the way she had her hair worn just like her, and the glasses and the clothes that she had. It just like it was like wow, she definitely portrayed the heck out of this woman. For anyone who hasn't seen her in the Rosa Parks story, definitely check it out if you're able to find it online somewhere.
Yeah, that is a dope movie. I saw that once. I think it was on Lifetime movie network and shit like that too. Cause
Yeah.
that was when Lifetime was trying to get woke that one Black History Month and shit too. So
Oh yeah, another movie that Angela did. Um, it was her and Mary J. And they did
yes,
Coretta and Betty. Yeah, it's online on YouTube. I have yet to watch that. I'm gonna check that out.
that's a very good one, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you and shit.
I see.
Yeah, but I'm gonna check that out. So yeah.
Wedding Tech Sale. That's my number three pick,
Mm.
and it's great. A great female black cast.
Mm-hmm.
Loretta Devine and Whitney Houston. Rest in peace.
Layla Rashawn.
Yes, Layla Rashawn, Angela Bassett. Classic film, man. The soundtrack is classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely one of her best films. And dealing with just dealing with like the foolery of men when they
Yeah.
cheat and when they get women pissed off, and you see from like a woman's point of view like the things they got to go through dealing with us, and it was great.
No,
So my number three have to be Rosa Parks as well too. I felt like she played her to the T, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
And her performance in that was just so flawless
Mm-hmm.
that I'm I was convinced that she was Rosa Parks her damn self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me that she couldn't get? It's bad enough she didn't Oscar, but you mean to tell me she didn't get she didn't win an Emmy for this one?
Right.
For
She
all,
deserved that.
right, of all the all the TV awards in a book, you mean to tell me she couldn't get that? Like
Mm.
it's like no, like at least no. Well, yeah, good to. Well, I always say good talk.
Mm, swear to God, it's like
It's like, what more does she have to prove that she's worthy to get an Emmy or a freaking Oscar? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Ugh.
maybe she should take it over from Halle Berry and just play somebody getting raped by a
Maybe.
white guy.
Uh,
Don't say that.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
even. Don't
I'm
even.
sorry.
Mm,
I'm sorry. It's
mm.
just that you know when a it's like whenever a black art actor or an actress wins an Oscar, their careers just go sideways and shit.
You know
they,
who else who really would have deserved an Oscar? Dorothy Dandridge.
Don't even get me started on that.
mm,
That woman deserved
That is
one.
See, that is sacred. See, don't even get me started.
So many
And
talented black women out there doing it in Hollywood definitely deserve all the accolades.
exactly. Meanwhile, Zendaya is acting like everyone's acting like Zendaya is like the fucking what's Lena Horne of today and shit like that.
don't even get me started.
I would not go that far, even though Zendaya is
Shit.
doing her thing and killing it. I wouldn't go that far.
Say,
Mm,
like we're living in a world where Lady Gaga is a more known actress than Angela Bassett to these white people.
Like,
That's not
make
true.
that make sense to us.
Lady Gaga's a good actress, though.
yeah,
When
I agree.
What you
when
mean? What you mean? A Star is Born with her and Bradley Cooper. You didn't see that?
man, that was some basic. That was basic. Don't even get me started on House of Gucci either.
I didn't see that one yet. House of Gucci.
I haven't
That's
watched
boring.
that.
What's up?
Oh shit.
Shit. That's why y'all should respect niggas like me. I tell it like it
Oh
is.
man.
Jesus.
But Ashley said you had a question.
No,
Oh,
no, I said I haven't watched that movie with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I haven't watched that.
you're
That was
not
good.
missing. You're not missing much.
That was a good film.
I've heard good things about it. Yeah.
Man, Lady Gaga needs to just go back to being a poker face. It's just like, when did she become this known actress and shit?
Oh wow.
Mm.
Like what kind of decade is this, man? We already in 2022. What is this? We're living in a world where people are raiding Capitol Hill. We're living in a world where they put cotton on black boys' heads. Like, what is going on? What is really going?
Was that really a racist thing? Because I saw the picture. I'm like, I didn't see nothing racist about it.
What you mean?
What was so
The
racist
Put
video's
about
been
cotton on the
playing all
boy's
over
head.
Instagram today.
it looked like he had a all white mohawk on his head. That's what it looked like.
I don't give a fuck if somebody puts cotton on me. Nah, nigga. Cotton is sacred in the black community.
Did he rush to take it off? No. So what does that say?
He was
He didn't
probably
rush
embarrassed.
he was not embarrassed. Not by that picture.
Oh, come on.
He was not embarrassed.
You don't know what that boy was feeling
You
inside
don't
and
know
shit.
what was going through
if
his
he was
head.
listen,
Hold
if he
on.
thought it was racist and he was taught by his parents about that, he would have took it off his head. He took a picture with that shit on his head.
No, they zoomed the fucking him on a camera in that little league game. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. His parents should take action for that fucking shit. I don't give a flying fuck.
I think they overreacting to that picture, man. I didn't see nothing racist about it.
nah. I respect your opinion, but nah. I'm on that side. That's some bullshit. If I had a child like that and they did that shit to my fucking child, I would shut the whole fucking TV station and little league baseball team down. Fuck that shit.
Who put it on his head though? Who put it on his
All the,
head?
All them
His
white teammates
teammates,
was
his
putting it on his
teammates
head.
did that.
Okay,
All them
so
white
why did he allow it though? That's what I'm saying. If he thought it was offensive, wouldn't he cause a commotion about it? Why did he
Well,
allow it? It's not like they pinned him down and put it on his head.
well, probably his parents didn't really teach him that importance and shit like that.
But that's what I'm saying. If unless his maybe his parents didn't teach him about that.
But still, I don't give a fuck. That shit is not cool. And then the fucking announcer's gonna make a joke about that shit too. It's like,
What did he
fuck
say?
is going? He said what?
What did the announcer say?
I gotta rewatch that shit. He said something. I was like, oh, looky here, some shit like you know how white people have them little zingers and shit, you know. So
Yeah,
I gotta watch that video. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I
I saw
gotta
the picture. I'm
rewatch
like,
that to hear what in the world he did say because I didn't.
Right.
nah, fuck that. If somebody puts cotton on me and shit like that, nah, we fighting. We fucking fighting and shit.
so you want the boy to fuck up all his white teammates because they put cotton on
Damn
his head?
straight. You damn fucking straight and shit. They made a fucking ass off him. They zoomed that camera on that little boy. They made a fucking ass out of the little boy. That's
Is
why I
he
said
talking
And
about
aired
it?
it on live TV.
you said what?
Is he talking about it?
I'm not around his friends. How would I know if he's talking about this shit? He's only 10 years old. What I look like listening to a 10-year-old conversation and shit?
At
Right.
10 years old, we knew that white people hated us. You know what I'm saying? At 10 years old, I remember being younger than 10 and being at a department store. And like when your mom is going shopping for shoes and they got the little display with the shoes on the stand or whatever. And I'm sitting down on that stand and a white guy comes over and says, "Oh, you can't sit there." Guess what happened? He got cursed the fuck out in that department store. You know what I'm saying? So we knew even back then that white people were racist of us. When you go into any department store and you black and the security guard is waiting by the door, guess what they're looking at? They're looking at you. They're not looking at Jonathan. They're looking at your black ass to make sure that you don't run out the store with anything.
Mm.
I'm just saying, if he had a problem with it, why didn't he say something about it?
And I get your point, but you might not know if he said something about it too when the cameras weren't rolling. But I see what you're saying.
But even if you're 10, no, I don't know any black kid at 10 years old that's gonna allow a white kid to put cotton on their head unless they were cool with it. Especially black kids in the hood, they're not letting no white
Well,
kids.
if that little black boy allowed that shit, then he's a bigger dumbass than I thought. I'm just speaking facts. I'm just because when I was like 5 or 4 years old, I knew all about slavery and all that fucking shit.
I know. I'm just saying maybe he didn't have a problem with it.
Shit.
If he didn't have a problem with it, why does everybody else have a problem with it?
Because it's just the whole meaning of the cotton
Right.
in the
I
community.
know, but it might come off racist to us. But if he don't have a problem with it, why should everybody else?
Still, I don't give a fuck if it was cotton. I don't give a fuck if they put leaves on my fucking head on national TV. You make an ass out of me. Now I'm fucking some niggas up on national TV.
Maybe he might not think the same way. He might not feel like he was being made an ass.
Well, he might not think the same way, but at the same time, let's just say years down the line, he might recount that memory over and over and over again. He might get PTSD.
Well, it's too late. He should have did something about it then.
Shit. Let's just finish up this list though, because let's just finish up this fucking list. I might have to do a separate video on this. Because anyway, my number 2. And this is something that boys should have done. This movie's from Waiting to Exhale. Fucking Angela Bassett played Bernadine Harris and stuff like that. Now, granted, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie like that. I respect it. I respect what it is for with the black cinema and shit like that. But I've always thought it was one of those chick flicks kind of, which I'm not a big like chick flick, romantic, calm kind of guy, but it has 4 powerhouse actresses that elevated the material, so I'm just like, fuck it. And Babyface made the soundtrack, so okay.
Yep.
So yeah, man. This might be one of those legendary. I don't even have to say the scene, just her burning up her man's fucking car and shit like that. Everything. Walking down that fucking white button up. Oh my god, that's to me the most iconic scene in the whole fucking movie and shit like that too.
Yep.
And, the second one is when she slapped that white girl.
Oh yeah. That white one was Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife.
Real? Oh shit!
Yeah, rest
Damn.
in peace to Kelly Preston. Yep.
God, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
she
yeah.
recently died too. Damn.
Yep.
Yes.
But yeah, man, like that's a classic movie and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick the MVP, it'll most definitely be, of course, her and Whitney. I'm gonna be her and Whitney definitely did a thing on that
Hmm.
one and shit. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston, by the way, too. So
And
that's
Gregory Hines.
oh, and Gregory Hines, of course.
right.
Yeah, that's my number two.
Yeah. Yeah, my number two is Waiting to Exhale as well. I've seen this movie so many times. I lost count. Just the way that she betrayed Bernadine just blew me away. I mean, just from the scene when her husband said that he was leaving her for the secretary, that just set her off right then and there. And then that iconic scene, like Reg mentioned, she went into the closet of their room, took all his clothes out of there, put it all in the wagon, put it all in the car, backed out the driveway, poured the gas, lit that on fire. Like, like you mess with the wrong one. She devoted 11 years to this man, and the fact that she pretty much wanted to start a catering business and couldn't do it because her man was like, "Oh no, why don't you wait a few years?" Like, no, no, no. If it was a dream that she wanted to do from the beginning, I feel that she could have done that regardless of what her man said. Like, I'm not gonna put my career on the back burner just because you wanting to have your career. Like, why can't you be supportive of my dreams like I've been doing yours, pretty much? And
Right.
I feel that any woman who's been in Bernadine's shoes probably feel that same exact way. Just, just an all around all star cast who did their thing. Rest in peace to Whitney and Gregory Hines. The soundtrack was incredible. I feel that it was a great movie, but I've never read the book by Terry McMillan, but I knew it was a bestseller. But yeah, hands down, one of Angela's best.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, I got Stella got her groove back. That was a dope film.
Mmm,
You know, and
mmm.
again, it was definitely like a film that a lot of women could relate to, and and the acting was great. You know, yeah, I think that was the first time I seen Tay Diggs in any film. I think it was that film, and he did his thing, and she should have got an Oscar for that. I really enjoyed her performance, and the cast around her, and it was great film.
My number two is I'm gonna have to say Boys in the Hood for this one.
Ooh,
She played
Mm.
Reba Styles, Trey Styles' mother.
Hmm.
I love the chemistry between her and Larry Fishburne. I think that was their
Yeah,
first collaboration together, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah.
And her performance in that, she should have got accolade, major awards consideration for that too. Um, the movie as a whole, I think it's one of the most important movies of the '90s. I think it's one of the best movies of '91.
Hmm.
Um, you had Cuba Gooding Jr., who was at that time was an up and comer. You had Larry Fishburne, who was pretty much established at that point. Yeah, Ice Cube, he was in NWA, and this was his first film debut, and then John Singleton, an impressive directorial debut. Yeah, I the the whole movie itself was really good. And her performance in that, I thought was a strong performance.
Dope.
Hmm.
All right. Number one is gonna be what's love got to do with it.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm gonna be real. How many of y'all got that as your number one?
Mine too.
the
Mine
Okay.
too.
same.
All right. Let's ask this. Let's just throw it out there.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Throw it
Let's
out
all
there.
agree
Yep,
that she
yep.
portrayed
Yeah.
Anime Bullock, aka Tina Turner,
Yeah.
to a T. No pun
Yep.
intended.
Okay. So I guess it's a universal choice. This is Angela Bassett's best role.
Yeah,
The
she
role that
definitely should have deserved an Oscar for that.
Yep.
right. The role that both
Hmm.
her and Lawrence Fisher are in. Hell,
Same. Yeah.
even Vanessa Bell Calloway should
Oh,
deserve
yeah, her too. Yup.
that.
She was good.
Yeah, I mean, this was to me the role that sustained her, made her a household
Yeah.
name.
Mhm.
Like so many iconic scenes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just start with the fact that both her and Lawrence Fishburne actually sang the track. They weren't doing no lip syncing. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing
Mhm.
no fucking lip syncing. They were actually singing the vocals on the tracks. Second, everyone loves this. I love this scene where she runs away from Ike and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
just you can to see her the face of the fact that fear, panic when she goes to the hotel room. It's just like with her, she just went through the whole notion and just went through a whole roller coaster, and she definitely portrayed Tina to a T. Now, let's be real. Regarding of what I feel about the movie, like I said, I love the movie, but at the same time, we're gonna have to talk about the movie and stuff too one day. But I definitely love this new fucking role with Tina Turner, and to me, no role ever matches it. Point blank,
Mhm.
period.
Right.
Yeah, I really could not imagine anyone else portraying Tina Turner the way that Angela did. Because everything about it from beginning to end, it's like you believe that she was her in those moments when Lawrence Fishburne's character of Ike was just continuously being just abusive to her. And there were so many memorable moments in that film. The ones that definitely stood out to me were when they were in the restaurant and Ike was like telling her to eat the cake and she wouldn't
Right.
eat it. And yeah, that when they were fighting in the back of the limo on the way to the hotel, and then her getting away from Ike and going to the Ramada Inn just so she can get a room for the night, just so she can get away from him. Yeah, I feel that the film What's Love Got to Do with It not just only told Tina's story, but I feel that it was relatable for women who have been in a situation of suffering from domestic violence or just any form of abuse in general by their husband, boyfriend, or whoever, you know. And I feel that her story, I guess, was an inspiration to those who are trying to or did find a way out
Right.
of that horrific moment in their lives.
Yep. But it takes number intake. So Tina Turner for me number one. Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
she looked like Tina. She worked out for that role. She still works out now, even after that role, and um, it was great. Like Larry Fishburne was a real dick. Like he was really like he really like embodied the Ike Turner character, and a lot of the shit that he did was just crazy. Like the fighting in public, and like my thing is like I know it was that was what, the '60s or '70s. Nobody tried to intervene when they saw Tina Turner getting her ass kicked in public.
Well, honestly, people have also said that Tina was also doing the abusing too.
Was she?
Like a lot of people in her circle. over the years have said like the movie was not as real as many people made it out to be and stuff like that too. And you can even look it up on YouTube. There's plenty of
Right.
interviews about that shit too.
But even if that's the case, why not just leave? Somebody got to leave that relationship.
It's the money. They had the
You know what I'm
money
saying?
and the
Money,
children
yeah, but
and the children
money.
too.
But when you're in a coffin, you can't enjoy that money. You know what I'm saying? Like once you dead and gone, that money is irrelevant. So no, like she didn't think to just walk away, or he didn't think to just walk away. Like it's if y'all start fighting in public, that's an issue. It's one thing if it happens behind closed doors, but you when people start to see that, that's a major
Especially
issue
when
right
they're
there.
kids.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And just a lot of things that he did that was just it was just crazy. And you know, it, he picked the right one because like, if he had picked a hood chick, he would have been the one getting his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna run up on Tisha with 8 kids in the projects doing that shit. You know, and it's just crazy, like some of the things that was going on. But it's minus that Tina Turner's a legend, and she made a lot of great music, and I was fortunate to my introduction to her was like the Private Dancer album, and then that was like a phenomenal album. So great biopic.
Yep, my number one is what's love got to do with it to enter as well too. Um, 93, the years of 92 and 93 were weird when it comes to the Academy. So let me get this straight. So, um, you mean so Holly Hunter gets nominated and wins for the piano? You mean to tell me Emma Thompson that year gets nominated? Deborah Winger, yeah, she was already an established actress, good actress, but not for the role, not Oscar worthy for the role she did. And then even Stalker Channing, remember Stalker Channing from Greece? For
Oh, hell
six, she
no.
got nominated for 6 Degrees of Separation. Good
Oh,
movie, good movie, but I didn't think it was Oscar worthy.
Right.
But Angela Bassett, who not only researched the role, who worked out in blood, sweat, and tears
Mm-hmm.
to even embodied Tina Turner. You
yep.
mean to tell me that she could not win an Oscar? To this day, it pisses me off
Yep.
because, like I said in a previous video, Denzel Washington should have won for Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Fishburne should have won for What's Love Got to Do with It. But like, you mean to tell me? So I just want to ask, like, how long is it gonna take for her to? How many more roles does she have to go through to get at least an Emmy? How many more roles does she have to go through to get a Oscar?
That's the $1 million question.
Like half these females that are in Hollywood right now can act they way out of a paper bag right
Mm.
now. But they getting Oscars. They getting Oscars. Okay. So not like are you kidding me right now? And like I said, anything Angela Bassett touches is phenomenal. I I, I don't think I could I don't think I could think of one bad performance. I don't think. So what? That that's it. I don't know. Like her performance in that and what's love got to do with it? Flawless. The movie, I can't say the movie is flawless itself. The movie was really good. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's one of the best movies of that year, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go that far by saying it's flawless. It's the perfect movie. but it was just like her performance in that movie. It's like I can't think of anybody playing that role. You can't you can't I can't even think that. So every time I watch this movie, and then every time I see even I see Angela Bassett in general, I'm always gonna be pissed because of the fact that she got cheated out of an Oscar win that for that year.
Out of the many years she's been acting.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It just shows you, man. It just shows you how much our Hollywood like to use our people for assets and shit like that. But
It's
when it comes
very
to like,
rare for our people to win Oscars and Emmys for recognition of good quality work. But you mean to tell me anytime you would cast us in films or miniseries or television shows that show oppression that's already been done countless times. Like we got more stories to tell than just us going through slavery and the civil rights movement. There's more to us than that. But you would rather show that versus very good quality work and not give the correct recognition that the work so rightfully deserves. Like make that make sense to me. Like that's just I still can't wrap my mind around the fact that this woman been doing her thing for so long and still hasn't gotten that recognition, that level of recognition that Denzel, Halle, Jamie, I mean Cuba Gooding Jr. I mean, come on.
Facts.
And they've all got Academy Awards. Like what more is it gonna take?
it be like that. Other than that, anybody got honorable mentions? You can talk about the wrap them up. Cause I got a few
Um,
honorable mentions.
yeah, yeah,
My first honorable mention is Boys in the Hood. When she played Reva Devereaux.
yeah.
This was so fucking close to making my list, but I did not want my list to be just from her movies from '91 to '93 because honestly, she was just killing the game and stuff like that too. So I wanted to show like a little diversity and stuff, but definitely loved her in this role. She definitely played the mom that don't take no shit from nobody and stuff like that. I love the scene when she was talking to Trey, giving that speech like I don't want to see you. I want to see you like being like a bum on the streets and stuff like that. I want to see you make something out your life and stuff like that too. Because I know there's some people that says that they wish that his mom could have done a bit more to Trey in the movie because some fans be like that shit. But I'm just like, well, she does. She raised him and stuff like that too, so she felt like a father. He can do that part. So shit, it's not like she's just letting him run loose on the fucking streets and shit too. It's not like she's Doughboy's mom and some stuff like that. Which
No, no.
to me, she was a fucking antagonist of the whole movie. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
save that for a different. I'm gonna save that for a different day. But that's my first honorable mention. My second honorable mention. Um, shit, shit. Second honorable mention. I'm gonna definitely go with when she played in Aquila and the Bee.
Ooh.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
again, another Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett movie and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we had a young Kiki Palmer. Yes, I said young Kiki Palmer because people act like Nope is like the first movie this girl made now, and
It wasn't.
Hollywood. But yeah,
I know.
I definitely felt like this was a dope role for. Again, she's up playing the mother. The supportive mother. Supportive the spelling bee, and just making like I love her character because her character was trying to make Akila see that she's like more to herself and stuff too. Because of course, they had to throw in the black trauma edge about her father got shot or whatever stuff like that too. So But yeah, again, it did its part, and I love this movie for it. You know what I'm saying? And my last honorable mention, shit, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with Betty and Coretta when she played Coretta Scott King.
Hmm.
She played again opposite up. She was opposite Mary J.
Mary
Blige.
J.
Yeah. That was that time when Lifetime was trying to get really woke because they were doing like a lot of Black History movies at that time and shit too. But
Hmm.
again, it is part and stuff like that. And yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Yeah, my honorable mentions. Yeah, there were a lot of great movies that I could have added on my list,
What the fuck?
but I wanted it to not be just the main stuff from the '90s. So I was able to incorporate a few from that time as well as from the 2000s. But yeah, my honorable mentions are are pretty much Lakita and the Bee, Betty and Coretta, and How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
All right. Anybody else had any honorable mentions?
I have one.
Okay.
Y'all gonna hate me for this one.
What?
We can never hate you,
But
Mike.
y'all mention this. I'm gonna have to say Notorious, but I thought that you guys might have liked the movie. I thought that was the one of the worst movies. I possibly one of the worst movies on that's on my top 50 worst list of all time.
I
That
don't blame you.
movie. You take out Anthony Mackie, take out Derek Luke, take out almost that whole cast, leave Angela Bassett, replace it with actors who actually look like these people. Hell, take out the director, take him out. What? Yeah, take his ass out.
Oh,
Okay, replace him with. Uh, I would say either um what is it John Singleton, he was still alive at that time, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, um John Singleton or even F. Gary. You
Ooh.
got
F. Gary Gray.
yeah, F. Gary Gray. Yeah, you call yourself, then you'll have a much better movie. And this whole movie was trash. It wasn't convincing. I wasn't convinced. It was just so flashy. It was just so stupid. Like I, like the whole movie itself. It's like, what the hell am I watching? Is this a parody? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what is this shit? You know what I'm saying? And Angela Bassett, I thought Angela Bassett, she was great. Okay, she was great. Don't get me wrong, but it's just I felt like she had to. Whenever she appeared on the screen, she had to carry the movie. A movie that's otherwise boring and dull, and it was like so. That whole movie just gave me a migraine headache. You know what I'm saying? It gave me gas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck this movie. Even all eyes on me. That movie sucked to the T. I mean,
I use that movie for toilet paper, man. Shit.
exactly.
Mm.
Well, shit. I need to use this movie. I need to use this for toilet paper as well. This movie should be burnt to the ground. Okay, it should be at the dollar store for $1. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like like what was I watching? Like, was I watching a biopic on a
I don't
fucking
even know you anymore.
like what? What is this shit? Like it was just so.
We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Oh god.
Like
Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. You know, you got a smart ass mother. Ain't what you gonna do about it?
like the whole movie was just so campy. It was just like, what is this shit? It's like eating bad soup. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck, notorious. Yeah, this movie's notorious for sucking. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the worst, god awful movies I have seen. And I saw this. When was that? I saw this a couple months back, and I'm like, okay, people are saying, "Oh, this movie is pretty good." I don't see what good where. I mean, what's so good about this movie? And the shit was what, two hours and some minutes long. Like
Two
I
hours,
didn't
a
buy
little over
it.
2 hours.
Well, this movie should have been 5 minutes.
Five
I want
seconds.
I want my 2 hours back. But yeah, the, I yeah yeah. Anyways, another honorable mentions, Aquila and the Bee. That's another one. I thought that one was really good.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie, that don't that's a lot of people not don't talk about that too much.
No, not a lot of people don't mention that one
They
a
don't.
lot.
No.
Mm-mm.
They talk about that little white boy and Jerry Maguire and shit.
Oh, you talking about Jonathan Lip? Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
his name is.
Jonathan
Jonathan
Lipnicki, yeah.
Lipnicki or Lipnicki or whatever his
Lipnick,
name is.
yeah.
Something Jewish.
Okay, y'all tripping. Okay.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Shit.
Oh,
So I take it everyone said their honorable mentions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this this has been a fun list, honestly. Very fun list indeed. Um, I'm actually about to end off this video because I gotta make some trips right now and stuff like that. But I do have a few announcements as usual because I like to hear myself talk at this point. So I guess my first honorable, my first announcement is this Friday afternoon. There's going to be a Joel Santana double review. We're going to talk about both of his albums and stuff like that. God knows I want to talk about that, but you know what? I'm trying to do something different, you know. And then next week is going to be the soundtrack week. I'm going to talk about all soundtracks and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, try. I didn't forget about the soundtracks. Last night I just got so caught up with a lot of crap, and we did that whole video for like 2 hours and shit like that. I was like, shit. But other than that, I'll let y'all know when I plan on doing the Chadwick Boseman list and stuff like that. It might be like 2 or 3 weeks and stuff too. You know, these workouts are now finally picking up. It's just I gotta rearrange my schedule for a little bit. Other than that, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank y'all for stopping by and chilling for an hour or two. And I will see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
peace.